Hey guys, welcome back to Laura's Cozy Corner. It's been quite a few months since I've made a video. To be honest, I have forgotten about making videos and I need to get back into it, right? I'm out here. I'll give you an update of what the garden's looking like right now, but this is May the 12th, I think. Yeah, 12th or 13th of 2026, okay? I was fixing to go plant potatoes back there and saw some tomatoes, I believe, coming up from last year. So I remember planting a few, or had some that come up that was volunteers, and then whatever was tomatoes that rotted or whatever, I just pick them off and I throw them down. And I believe from those seeds, just throwing them down, they've brought up some tomatoes. So I'm going to try and save them. So I've got some water, rainwater, and some pot and soil, and I've done emptied one jug of rainwater down in here. Got it nice and moist here. And I'm going to put it in my some of these little plastic seed trays and see if we can't transplant some tomatoes and keep them. All right, I got 6 of them ready. We'll see how many tomatoes I need planted. I got you guys in the shade because my phone doesn't like the sun. So I'm going to try to gently transplant these. I don't know. I've never done it. I am not an expert by no means. Yeah. Thanks for checking on me. Thanks for checking on me. That's my husband. I love him. Alright, so I got a big dirt clod here. And this one here is the tomato that I want to transplant. So I'm going to gently take away the dirt. Maybe not harm the roots. There's another tomato plant there too, I think. There we go. We haven't had much rain lately, so it's kind of falling apart pretty easy. So here's 1 and 2, maybe. Show you how far down I got it. Oh, that one's attached. I got it down to little bitty root balls there. And I'm gonna use this little tool here and poke way down inside there. If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back and look at my videos, or even my maybe last year's planting guide that I wrote up. I tried to make a plan for my garden, and That way I can look back and see where things were. But I believe these were cherry tomatoes, I'm not sure. And then I'm just moving this potting soil around the stems there. So they're kind of in the middle. See that? I think it's gonna work, guys. So I'm gonna grab a few more of these that look healthy. I don't think I'll keep the ones that have holes in them because that's just gonna be hard to do, ain't it? Keep them healthy. Yeah, just try to get this bigger one back this way. See what I'm doing? Scooping up around the plant that I want to keep so I don't harm the roots. Let me go ahead and get a hole going. And then see if I can gently I'm just kind of squeezing the dirt a little bit so it'll fall away a little and not harm the roots, hopefully. There we go. And I might have to dig some of this dirt out. Just a little bit. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. All right. Just to get that down in there. Now this might work and it might not. This year was the first time I kind of tried to up plant tomatoes, and I don't know if it was the peat pots or what, but those tomatoes ended up dying, the ones that I wanted to keep, and they were the biggest tomato plants that I had. So I'm gonna have to go back and use the ones that are left over in these and do it that way. I'm glad I hung on to them, didn't get rid of them right away. So I do have tomatoes, but I'll give these a little bit more dirt too. Now I'm old, I'm 41 years old. I say I'm old, I don't know, do I feel old? Sometimes. But I'm not very limber and I'm on the tail end of Aunt Flo. So I've been trying to get out here every day, but you know how things goes. So I gotta be up, down, on my knees, on my feet, standing up, bending over, just different positions because my muscles are sore. And you can do the same thing. I do have a garden chair that I sit in. I just have, wow, there's all kinds of these over here. My little walkway here is not big enough for my little chair, and it kind of hurts my back anyhow. Sometimes it's good for certain things. Let me go on and get this one that is bigger. See if I can't get it. Yeah, there's all kinds of these tomato plants over here. Like I said, it's probably just, uh-oh, I lost it. Probably just, there it is. Where I flunked, dropped some seeds, or some seeds that fell, or tomatoes, I mean, fell last year, and these just come right on up where they landed, God knows what he's doing when he's creating his plants, trees that die off, might have a good seed on it, trees come back, Plants do the same thing. tree's roots also help them keep going too, though. Cut it off in one spot, it'll grow up in other areas. So there's 4 already, I hope I saved. Those have holes in them, so I don't think I want to save those. I don't really know where I'm going to put these that I have saved anyway, but I could just dig and go right on, but I just felt bad, you know? Oh, we want some plants here. Let's see. Yeah. I think every one of these have holes in them. There's one there that don't. Where'd it go? There it is. Let's see. Let's give this a try. Where'd it go? There it is. Let me poke a hole here. Got a hole in it too, don't it? Yeah. There's like 3 or 4 of them in one little spot here. Let's see. There we go. I got the one that don't have holes. Gently, gently, gently. From what I understand, tomatoes are kind of forgiving because they also grow roots on the stem as well if it's buried under the dirt. So hopefully they're pretty forgiving and they keep doing their thing. And I think that's all I see. This right here, I don't know. I feel like it's a carrot, but it could be something that's bad too. I was looking up poison hemlock, I think is what it's called. I saved 5 of them. We'll see how that goes. I got a headache too. Oh, this right here, I don't know if that's a carrot or if it's gonna have that purple blotchy stuff on it. I don't really know. I'll have to look more into it because this is also my potato bed. And then I wanted to show you too, look, potatoes that voluntarily came up from last year that maybe I didn't get all the way. So I've healed this up with some dirt and I poured some water on it yesterday and some leaves, and there's another set right here. They're covered in holes but should continue to grow. So I'll be careful trying to dig all down and through here to get all the rest of these potatoes planted. So it's pretty cool. And then I have some of this lamb's quarter that come up as well. This is medicinal, can be used in soups and stuff. Well, you're going around the chain link here, ain't you? Here, let me help you out. There you go. And then my garden's full of this fleabane, and I've just let it go. And then dandelions as well. As you can see, that yellow one right there. I've left all the dandelions because we was eating the greens. So that's pretty much most of the green that you're seeing is fleabane and a few different things. But the garden's taken a different shape this year. We started putting these landscape timbers in, and that's helping to edge my garden because these boards kept falling down that I kind of just half put up anyway. I'm not very good at stuff, but my husband decided to help me get a border around, so I'm excited for that. And we're gonna have a border in here too. Should have 3 or 4 different beds up in here. I want 2-foot walkways so I can roll my little chair in here. That chair over there, it's on wheels. It's awesome. I do want to show you that I have some apples coming on my apple tree because my phone's about to die. I have some apples here. Hopefully, last year I wasn't able to have any apples. You know, these are young trees. They just fall off if they're no good. And I haven't trimmed them up this year before they started fruiting. So these will be trimmed down short after they're done. And same thing with this peach tree. Look at all the peaches, guys. See them right here? They're everywhere. Now I don't know how good these peaches are going to be, but the other day I was down here weeding and I've already saw a lot of peaches that fell, which now you can see there's even more peaches that fell. They fall off when they don't get enough nutrients, or I don't know the reasoning, but so I've been putting these in my compost, and we may not even have peaches this year, but there was tons of them up here. And you can tell the ones that are falling off are small and these are getting bigger. So we might have some. It's exciting. And then I had some onions over winter. This one's starting to get a bloom, look. But yep, there's some onions there and some onion here that overwintered. And then this year I've already planted a lot of stuff. These are my potatoes over here on this side. Behind there is onion. I got a row of onion. You can tell all the way down through there. I've got this little rope to help hold them up so I can plant my potatoes, so I didn't cut them with a shovel because I was doing everything a little at a time. So let me go ahead and show you this corner before I go up through there. But this way, the very back is going to be well, this corner is going to be onions, as you can tell, and then a few more potatoes here. And then from this chain link all the way down, it's going to be peas and then some carrots. I'm going to be transplanting some marigolds in front of those. My companion planting I'm doing. This again, I think is another, it might be another carrot. I don't know, I kept it just in case. But I finished up all this yesterday. And then I've been leaving dandelion leaves, as you can tell right here. I've been leaving some of that because we eat it. And then some of this ground cover is not really hurting anything, but I do try to pull these. This is like a little vine. I can't think of what it's called now, but Might be Creeping Charlie, I'm not sure. But I got like some potatoes here. See, I laid down some paper to help try to suppress some weeds, and laid leaves on top of that. So I got potatoes. See those? And these onions, you can tell I started these first. See, they're a lot taller, a lot bigger. And these potatoes as well, I got them started first, you know. These are actually potatoes that were growing in my potato bin that had eyes from the grocery store. And so I decided to plant them and just get a head start on them, and it's working. And then those are seed potatoes from what I bought at Walmart, seed potatoes. And then I got some cabbages out here, trying to do the companion planting. So I got onion, then potato, and then cabbage in front. Supposed to help with pests or weeds, you know, the different companion plants. You can look that up yourself. I have found some holes, and I found some little tiny slugs that came out at night. That's how I caught it. And then I would pick them up and flick them over there. Maybe the birds would get them. And I have planted onions all down this bed here. This is going to be my tomato bed. And I'm probably going to have some cucumbers as well. Growing somewhere over here as a trellis up to the building or something. I'm going to figure that out. So, and then I have a water barrel with this net to catch whatever else. I don't want just water, you know, I want water. But I've been dumping it and watering my plants here until I get a spigot on it. And then we're right back to over here by the potato area. So this is what I'm doing. I'm laying down just old cardboard I've had for years. Well, over a year, that I've piled up over there. And laying it down as my footpath. I'll be mulching my limbs over there, which I've done some one day. Which is what this is. So I've mulched up some of that pile over there, and that's what this is here. That sawdust is from my husband's building. He works and stuff. So it's slowly coming together with stuff that I have here at my home. I don't have time to go haul anything, buy anything like that. So ouch. You can just tell all the different greenery that's just cover, you know. But it'll be, see, I started weeding a little bit there. Some of the big weeds I was plucking as I seen it, because I don't want it to get huge and then I can't get it. So there's just certain things I know I don't want. This is low to the ground. It's pretty. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a ground cover, you know. The Lord's covering his ground. This is a pecan tree. And that's the one that I thought died, and it come back. This is the other pecan tree that's supposed to pollinate with the other one. So, fed that, you know, fed them both, all of them. Compost, some leaves. I've done that this year too. So, there's my update in my garden. Sorry I haven't been posting any videos. Just been out here enjoying the birds and the wind and the peacefulness of everything. Hear a chicken in the background. I love it. I do live in town. The highway is like couple houses over. That's why you hear traffic, but a lot of times I ignore that part. Alright guys, I want to let you go. My phone's about to die. Bye now.